Good evening and welcome to Season 14 of Next Gen. This is round number 6 of the modern touring cars. We're here at the home of British Motorsport, Silverstone GP. We'll go through the standings first before the drives we got. We have 15 drivers, but Scooby G leads the way on 92 points, followed by Boy Raxer 14, Jamie WRX, MLV, Jack, TM53 Synopsis, Ginge, D Whitehouse 7, Whitford 0, Royston, Shadowstocker DBS, Web User Johnny, Adam Morris, The Les, Fraser, Tro246, Slider Gas, Tim78, Sir Race-A-Lot, Envoy Extreme, and Cam123 Diz rounds out the grid. The drivers tonight: Tim78, back on the wheel now, D Whitehouse 7, Tro246, Slider Gas 28, Scooby G, MLV, Web User Johnny, Jack, TM53 Synopsis, Jamie WRX, Shadowstocker DBS, Royston, Bruce Lee Harding making his Next Gen debut here in the modern touring cars. He's got McGann, Boy Raxer 14, NGR Fraser, and NGR Ginge, who is hosting tonight. As said, we are here at the Silverstone GP loop, where pretty much one lap is all these guys are going to get. It's a very, very long lap for these cars. Anything can happen, and anything will. And to be fair, this circuit, anything does tend to happen. You just never know what's around the corner. And as Ginge goes broad sideways through Beckett's, and through the chapel curve he goes. But someone's not come out of the pits. Tim not come out of the pits. He will not be setting a time. Oh, he's out now. He might get a time in. He's got about probably 10 seconds worth of leeway. This guy start to come across the line at around about 2:32, 2:31. Here we go then. Lap time's on. Where is he? There's Tim. I want to find someone there. Scooby G. He's already come through the first section. On board with the rookie of Bruce Lee Harding then for a lap here of Silverstone. Across the line we go then. Star lap coming up towards Abbey. Fast right-hander. The back end kicks out. A little bit wide. He might get done for penalty on that one. Through farm curve into village. Just tight right-hander. Up towards the loop. You see him getting rid of the penalty, I think, from running a bit wide through Abbey. Through Aintree, which will get him onto the Wellington Straight and down towards Brooklands. Hits the brakes. Late apex at Brooklands. Back end looking quite loose on the McGann. Into left field and up towards Woodcut. Down the old pitch straight. Into Cox Corner, quite quick that corner. As we head now towards the Maggots Beckett's complex. Well, you see the back end of Bruce's car really stepping out. Nice and controlled though. Down the hangar straight we go. We won't finish the lap. I'll try and get some people crossing the line. There's MLV. Who's going to be crossing the line first? It's an NGR. It's Scooby G with a 2 minutes 10. From Slider Gas, he'll come across the line. What can he do? 2 minutes 14. Is that all? Tim. Tro246. Coming up to the line. There's Bruce behind him. Qualifying's over. What time has Bruce managed to put in? Puts it 5th fastest, a 2:13.3. A good effort from the essential rookie in NXTGEN. A fair few drivers have got a second lap out of it though. Scooby G, after one lap though, does lead the way on a 2 minutes 10.3. He's 1.3 up on everyone else. He is leading the title. Boyrexa pops it into second place on his one and only lap. Scooby G going round Woodcut down towards Copse Corner. Who else is on a lap? It looks like Ginger's also on a lap. MLV, Slider Gas, Shadow Stalker, Tim probably not on a lap there. 2, 4, 5, 6 drivers have managed to get a second lap out of this qualifying session. One of them is MLV, who's down in 7th, not where we're used to seeing him. A lot of drifting through Maggots and Beckett's. And down towards Stowe. Scooby G coming down to the Vale chicane. And towards Club. Through Club. And it's going to be 2 minutes 10.2 flat. Here comes the White House 7. He comes across the line. Just go faster, but not any higher in position ranking. Slider Gas stays in 7th. Ginge in 3rd. Shadow Stalker. Tim not saying a time. Where's MLV gone? I don't know where MLV went. But your qualifying results are as follows. Scooby G is in 1st place, followed by Boyrexa 14, NGR Ginge in 3rd, D White House 7, Jamie WRX, Bruce Lee Harding on debut, putting it on 6th place on the grid, a good start for him. Slider Gas in 7th, Shadow Stalker in 8th, MLV 9th, Tro 246 in 10th, Royston 11th, Webby to Johnny in 12th, Fraser 13th, Tim 78 14th, and Jack in 15th and last, not saying a time, both Tim. Both not setting time. But for the halfway point in this championship, we have the 3 red lights. We are green as Silverstone. And it looks like Boyrex has had a mental getaway at the front of the pack there. He's straight up into 1st place, past Scooby G. Jamie WRX trying to go around the outside. There's contact between Ginger and Jamie. Not Ginger, sorry, that is D White House 7. D White House 7 and Jamie having contact through the 1st corner. Bruce going up the inside, now up into 3rd place potentially. Ginger though still on the inside. Bruce hanging it around the outside. Can he make it stick? He can. Ginger's going to have to give him room through Aintree. Can't quite do it though. See this long train of cars. DY House 7 will be at the back of it. Where's Jack? Jack up into 11th place at the moment as Bruce Lee Harding goes looking down the inside at Brooklands. Not quite doing it, but Slider Gas trying to nip down the inside of Jamie. Getting a little bump behind from MLV as he Constantine up. Webby to Johnny looking down the inside of Jack there. Lovely little move. Either that or he's defending from Jack, one or the other. But Jack immediately on the attack with the switchback going through Woodcut now. Here the brakes into Stowe. Stowe. That's NGR Jamie WRX. So I don't know what he's doing. Maybe waiting for DY House 7, but not ideal for him. Back near the front though, and it's 0.3 of a second, and it's the usual suspects of Boyrexa 14 and Scooby G. Then they've got MLV's moved up into 3rd with Bruce Lee Harding in 4th right now, defending from Slider Gas, who's also defending from Shadow Stalker. He's having an absolute stormer of a start, as well as Tro 246. I don't know where. There's Ginge, so maybe Ginge and Jamie had a bit of a contact or something. Something's gone on there. I'm unawares of it, though. That's Trade 246 now. Looking down the inside of Shadowstalker, and here comes Jack to split the pair of them. Great move, opportunistic from Jack there, going down the middle to get Trade 246. Now down the inside of Shadowstalker. In the Vale chicane, runs a bit deep, but he'll get away with it. Jack is on the pace right now. Slowly Gas has got past Bruce Lee Harding in the meanwhile for that 4th place. MLV still in 3rd place right now. Royston, there's Ginge down in 12th. There's DY7. He's now up into 13th. There's Fraser. And Tim has had an absolute monster of a moment going through Abbey there. S14 still leading this race though, on to lap number 2 of 9. Scooby G having a little nose to the inside, not getting enough though. Slowly Gas, there's Bruce Lee Harding having to fend off Jack. TM53 Synopsis extending running the same liveries, but no worries really as they head down into Cops. Oh, yeah, that is Cops Corner. I'm losing track of my map. Cops Corner we go then. Bruce Lee Harding sat in 5th place on his debut at the moment. Into Maggots and Beckett's we go. Scooby G on the tail of Boy Raxer now, getting a good run coming through Chapel Curve and onto the Hanger Straight. He's going to have to go around the outside if he wants this move done. Up into Stowe we go. He's not going to hang around the outside, nor is he going to get enough of a run there to go down the inside of the Vale chicane. Scooby's going to have to work hard here for this for this win if he's going to have it. Someone's got a penalty. I think that's Ginge. I am correct. It is Ginge. Meanwhile, Bruce still on the back of Slider Gas. Jack has disconnected. Oh dear. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to quickly invite him to the party and see if he wants to join me in commentary. I apologise, get Jack into the commentary box, always good to have his opinion. Back with the racing though. Boyraxer 14 is now under pressure from Scooby G, not sure they've run the same blinking livery. But that means now Bruce has got no pressure behind him. Trey 246 is now behind him with web user Johnny. Here comes NGR Jamie WRX down the inside at Brooklands. Can't quite get the move done. Good evening, Jack. I mean, I never like to meet you on these sort of circumstances, but
hopefully you can hear me, Jordan.
I can hear you, which is good news. Well, I say good news. It's never good news when you're joining me in the commentary box, unfortunately, mid race. But back to the action, Jamie.
I'd be used to it by now.
Yeah. Jamie WRX, I think you should come and commentate with me for a season, mate. It seems like the game's telling you to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jamie WRX has passed web user Johnny. Bruce has picked up a penalty somewhere, which is not ideal for him. But I think you see what I see, I believe, Jack. If you spectate, if I'm correct.
I believe so. I'm still loading in, so I'm just waiting for everything to come up.
We'll find out shortly then. Boyrex 14 under attack right now from Scooby G going through the loop. The two McGanman really having a bit of a tussle, and MLV is getting caught by Slidergas. Well, actually, speaking of the devil, Slidergas has gone past him, although he's pushed MLV wide. And yet immediately the place relinquished. Although Slidergas isn't giving up the inside line, actually. He's given the place back, and he's looking to immediately retake it going through Brooklands. As MLV goes wide, that will be a penalty. And definitely a penalty going that far over the line through Luffield. Yeah, and immediately MLV slowing down. As Jack now leaves the party. Probably for internet reasons. Bruce now back up into fourth place now, but he does have that penalty compared to MLV. Meanwhile, in the background, Tro246. Hello, Jack. Under attack from what looks like his teammate, both in the, and I hate to say this, but both in the Actual Vision liveried cars as they enter Maggots and Beckett's. Are you still in the lobby, Jack?
I'm still there.
Contact.
This has been a messy race. This has been exceptionally messy. I mean, I managed to avoid the carnage to get up to 6th, and yeah, no. It's not going to be a quiet night for Lee tonight and his admin duties.
No, without a doubt. Meanwhile, I think MLV's just passed Bruce. I think Bruce has gone very wide actually through Stowe Corner. Interesting one, Bruce. The first debutant in this league. Probably as Jack now disconnects again. He's having horrible issues with his internet. We'll talk with Jack in a bit, hopefully. But Boyrax is still under attack here from Scooby G. Scooby G down the inside. Where's Boyrax? You can hear him on the outside. Going through Aintree we go. And you can tell he's still on the outside. Scooby having to give room. Side by side coming into Brooklands now for the 5th time. And Scooby has made the move. Up into the lead then. For the man who is currently championship leader right now. These two top of the table clash really. There's 7 points between them. Well, Slidergas is now getting a bit caught here by MLV and Bruce. There's D Whitehouse 7 with Jamie WRX. There's Web User Johnny. There's NGR Ginge. There's Royston. There's Shadowstalker. There's Tro246. There's Fraser at the back. And Tim having a bit of a horror time really tonight. He's not enjoying it, I don't think. Jack has returned, which is always good to see. We got a nice battle shaping up for the 3rd here, Jack. As he rejoins the lobby. Sliding gets a bit wide there through Stowe. MLV maybe having a look into Vale Chicane. Ginger's looks like he's made a move on Web User Johnny for 8th place. Although Johnny coming right back at him, coming through Stowe. It's on the outside for the Vale Chicane now, which is never ideal. As proven there, Ginge keeps a place. Oh, and Johnny went for a bit of a lunge, which was never on, I'm afraid. There was no way Johnny was going to make that one work. Luckily, he doesn't lose a spot. Still in 9th. But now he's got Royston right behind him. Meanwhile, Slidergas 28, still in 3rd in the BMW. Ahead of MLV, really tight, bit sideways, bit of a tank slapper for Slidergas there. Now, even though you'd like to think the Renault should have a run on the BMW, that BMW will get away from the Renault down the Wellington straight. A quick piece of kit, that BMW in a straight line. Oh, MLV looking for a spot. Oh, that was tight. All the meanwhile, Bruce is hanging on here in 5th place with the potential of nicking a couple of places, at least to have a bit of an accident. Now, what sort of penalty does Bruce have? 2 seconds worth. Also in the background, Jamie WRX. Jack, are you loaded in yet?
Yes, I've just loaded in now. I'm just
Brilliant.
all settled in. It's frustrating watching the front Slider Gas's battle because I was quicker than all 3 of them. Oh, there's contact.
Is it contact or is that Slider Gas losing? No, that is contact. MLV slowing. Bruce Lee Harding up into 3rd place.
MLV's slowed, but he's not slowed down for him, so I wonder
if that was more a time penalty instead.
I wonder if it was asking him to give the position back, and now Bruce seemed very slow then.
Yeah, I don't know whether the game may have actually penalised him a place or something weird, because it is weird and wonderful, this game. Or potentially, unless Bruce ended up having to cut the corner to avoid contact with someone and he's given him a time penalty.
I don't think that would have been the case. I wonder if it's... Well, I suppose we won't know until after the race, but as I was saying before I got cut off before, Lee's going to have a very busy night because it's been a very messy race.
Yeah, without doubt. Also, I think Bruce is the first debutant we've had for, well, actually since Brno, to be honest, since Sir Race a lot.
Yes, Race a lot.
And he's doing well at the moment, up in 4th place.
there's up in 3rd because I think MLV's got a penalty.
Bruce has a penalty.
No, I mean.
Oh, MLV slowing down. Yeah.
He's just trying to battle him, but not close enough yet.
Boy Raxa has a time penalty of 1 second.
Well.
So that means, in essence, as long as Scooby keeps it clean right now, he will be winning the race and taking an extra 3 points out to Boy Raxa to make his lead 10 points heading into the season break.
It's a really cushy gap, isn't it, really, for Scooby, that 10 points if you can keep hold of it. Especially if a driver such as Boy Raxa's Dave Whitehouse now looking for a move on the inside going into Magnus Beckett's complex.
This is a dodgy move.
And he's back down. Sensibly so.
Oh, and again. Big spin, big pirouette. Ginge will go through, but he does have a time penalty of 2 seconds, I believe. Yep. And Bruce...
back in the turn.
Right, back into the podium places, but he needs to be 2 seconds ahead of MLV here. He needs MLV to make a mistake or get a penalty himself. Lap 7, and I know this from experience, Bruce is not an easy man to pass. I know that from a lot of experience.
It'd be a very good debut if he can hold on. I think back to the previous races we've ever had. No one's ever won on the debut in the TC League. It's not happened before. I think the best result we've ever had is 2nd.
Well, the only debutant winner I can remember was actually in the Group A once. Exactly. Brno last week.
And we've had 5 in the Group A ones, and Slider Gas trying to fight back at Ginge. He's got the outside line.
Yeah.
He won't try to cut back, but he couldn't quite make it.
It's a hard call. It's hard in that BMW to switch back anyway. You've got to wait for a straight almost and make a bit of a dive bomb out of it.
He's really trying.
He's trying, but I reckon he's not quite getting that traction down as well as he'd like. Meanwhile, MLV back in front of Bruce going through Brooklands.
Slider Gas and Ginge are very, very close on the timing screens. I think they must have gone side by side.
Side into Brooklands, yeah. This is the worst part of my job, is trying to flick between 2 different battles that are very close.
I think Slider Gas will get the run on him, but I don't know if he'll be able to outbrake him.
Not into Cops. It'll be a difficult one. He's gone for it. And he's made it stick so far. He's run wide.
And that gives him a penalty.
That's a penalty.
And Jamie will take advantage of that.
As the cameraman does a fantastic job.
Although he's still... Oh, he's sideways again. The BMW seems really difficult to drive through the Beckett's complex, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, even the Megans through like the first part of Beckett's were drifting through it. I like to point out Bruce is back ahead of MLV. Now MLV's got a penalty of 1 second.
So,
race is on.
Can Brucey boy get himself a podium? And I believe is his first next gen race? Jordan?
Very first next gen race, yep.
So this could be a very, very good podium if he can.
All changed because Slidergas is now in 6th, Jamie is in 7th, Ginge behind the pair of them.
Lee's got a penalty as well, so I wonder if he's had to slow down. Did he have a penalty before?
He had a penalty before, yeah.
Ah, right.
And I'm keeping an eye on the gap with MLV and Bruce here because it keeps changing. I think Bruce is better on the second half of the lap. As we are on the final lap as well, amazingly, already. We head through the loop. Up to Aintree. And Ginge looking to have a run here on Jamie, possibly through Aintree onto the Wellington Straight.
It's gone too far wide on the grass, and Jamie will cover the inside.
Will anyone have a go into Brooklands?
I think he had the slipstream from Slidergas just to keep him far enough ahead.
Now, just to compound matters for camera work, we've also got this little tussle, who's not quite as close. It was closer earlier, but it seems to have spread out a little bit. Meanwhile, the battle for the podium is well and truly on right now. I think MLV struggles through Maggots Beckett's.
He does, but MLV's got to remember he doesn't need to overtake Bruce. He just needs to sit behind him, not get another penalty.
Well, I guess that kind of depends really, because Bruce a very nice run actually out of Maggots Beckett's. But I'm gonna have to pull away from this because Scooby G, we've not seen much of the top two to be honest, but Scooby G's driven another fantastic race and he's taken another win as he wins at Silverstone, followed by Boyrax S14. Both of them a class of their own. Just double checking, yeah, MLV still only 1 second penalty. Into the chicane. A little bit wide from Bruce.
Gone too deep, and MLV's going to get him on the inside anyway. That's a job
through
done.
club. MLV will take the podium place away. Good battle between these two. Bruce Lee Harding on debut takes 4th place. A cracking drive for his first next gen race. I think you'd agree on that one, Jack. D Whitehouse 7 in 5th. Jamie WX will get 6th from Ginge in 7th. Slidergas has spun. And Royston gets 8th place from Slidergas. Webby's a Johnny in 10th. No, Shadowstalker 10th. No, Tro246 is in 10th. After all the penalties. After all the penalties are counted. But here are your final results. Scooby G will take 1st place from Boyrax S14. MLV will take the final podium place away from Bruce Lee Harding on debut. DY House 7 will be on 5th, Jamie WX 6th, Ginge 7th, Royston 8th, Slidergas 9th, Tro246 ends up 10th after all penalties are considered. Shadowstalker 11th, Webuser Johnny in 12th, Fraser is in 13th, Tim is in 14th and last, and he retired without doing, so that's no points actually that for Tim, not completing 75% of the race. Fraser having...
to say, I know it's an outstanding drive from Bruce Lee Harding, but what a comeback from D Whitehouse, who got punted off at turn 1. I saw that happening ahead of me. That's a fantastic comeback.
Yeah, it was a weird off as well. I mean, I think that does deserve my drive of the day, actually. As good as Bruce's drive was, D Whitehouse's 7 comeback drive was a very, very nice one. I will have to agree with you on that one, Jack. But next week in no race. Next week, as it's the week after a half-time break. But the week after, the 27th, we go to Hockenheim GP in the BMWs, the final all BMW race. So that should be a good one, especially with how tight the field is. But next up is my point of view from the Clio Cup, which should be a crack around Silverstone National. I think that's a favourite for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But from me, Jack, and the Modern Touring Cars, thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for the Clios. Join us in 2 weeks' time for some more racing action from the Modern Touring Cars. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.